All right, guys, we are here live on Facebook and YouTube. We are here with our Saturday Mega Wellness Show. I am on my treadmill because, as you know, this is Move November. I'm going to go ahead and stop for a second, pause that workout, and say hello to my guest, Marilyn Greminopoulos from CoreLife Eatery in Greensboro. Let me turn this down, Marilyn. How are you today?
I'm great, Del. How are you?
I'm doing good. You beat me to it. You already did your treadmill workout.
Right, I did.
Absolutely, and no problem, no sweat. Everybody's ready for it, right?
You're right.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to have you today, Marilyn. This is our Move November. That's why I've been running on a treadmill. It seems like we've been running on treadmills for weeks now. I want to talk about some great things that we did over the weekend to help raise money and get donations for our local food banks. But I'm happy to have you join us because we're headed right into the holidays, and that means sometimes we overindulge. So I'd love to talk about what CoreLife has available for some of that clean eating, some of that healthy eating that folks can kind of reset their clocks on.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for having me back on the show. It was so much fun last time, so I'm really, really happy to be back. But definitely, health and wellness is kind of an all year long thing, and we all love our sweets. We all love to indulge. I indulge, but I think a healthy balance is a good thing, and kind of getting back into the swing of things after the holidays is also a good thing. So, I mean, CoreLife, as maybe a lot of listeners know, we provide a lot of clean, scratch-made, great tasting food. And so, yeah, we have many, many options to get people back on track, really, in their health and wellness journey.
Yep, absolutely. Now, obviously, I already tried some of my indulgences as we're leading up to our holiday weekend. That's why I got to be on this treadmill today, even though we had a whole event last weekend. But there it goes. There goes the camera. Or at least my microphone. All right. Well, I want to go ahead and jump into some Omega news. All right. Well, we are live here. Having our Saturday Mega Wellness Show. We've got some technical issues going on, it looks like. So I wanted to make sure that you guys know we've got Marilyn Greminopoulos from our CoreLife Eatery here in Greensboro. I've been on a treadmill. I'm going to start running a little later in the show. We've got some great highlights that we want to highlight for you today, especially all the great things that we had last weekend with our Off the Roof 24-hour food bank marathon. If you guys didn't check it out on Instagram, go ahead. We've got a fun video. Yes, Santa was working out. Yes, we had runners running 12 hours straight. Go ahead and check it out for us.
All right, Santa, I want to challenge you to do 10 push-ups and 25 jumping jacks. Now let's get moving.
course, Maryland, was a bunch of runners that had fun with us over the weekend at our 24-hour food bank marathon. Big announcement, we've got food donation collection happening in all of our stores. So all 7 of our open stores of Omega Sports throughout North Carolina will be taking food bank donations. And of course, folks can go and learn more about what's going on in your community. You can get great highlights of what happened over the weekend at our 24-hour food bank marathon at giving.omegasports.com. And then Marilyn, I could not have you on the show during Move Movember, where we partnered with New Balance, without making sure that you are geared up with a new pair of Fresh Foam 1080 V10s.
Wow. Thank you so much. That's amazing. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, because you're obviously an athlete. We've talked about that on previous shows. You love to stay active. Along with eating well, you also love to stay active. And I definitely want you to be enjoying what we're talking about all month long, all these great Fresh Foam models. And then we'll have you back and maybe we'll hear about how great they've been in your athletic pursuits.
Yeah, for sure. That'll definitely, get me even more active. So I'm really excited about that.
Yep. And then later on the show today, we're going to have a workout with our New Balance trackster, Kate. So she's going to take everyone. Every weekend she's been dropping a new workout. And this weekend, it sounds like she's going to step it up even more. So folks, we're not going easy on everyone. As we're getting into the holidays and saying it's time to stay active, we're going to up the game some more. So hang out with us and we'll go ahead and share a few more things on New Balance, okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, let's go ahead. So we've talked about the 24-hour food bank marathon. You guys saw that Santa worked out. We had him doing push-ups. We had him doing lunges. And of course, we had him trying on some of the fantastic Fresh Foam model running shoes at our neighborhood sports store. Let's also talk about the real core reason that we did the event, and that was to raise awareness of the food scarcity that is happening in our communities, especially in the Triad, which is where the event was held. We got a chance to meet Reedy Minch over at the Second Harvest of Northwest North Carolina. And I wanted to go ahead and play a quick video interview that we did with her to talk about what the needs are, and to just let you know that we did go ahead and drop off all that fantastic food that our community gave with love over the weekend. Hey guys, we are here in our Winston-Salem neighborhood sports store. I am here with Second Harvest Food Bank, Reedy Minch. Hello.
Hey, how are you, Del?
It's great to have you here. Great to have you in our neighborhood sports store.
Of course.
We've got our fantastic New Balance shoes here on display because this is Move Movember. And we've partnered with you guys over the weekend, and we're going to actually partner with you guys all month long.
Right.
But I wanted to make sure that folks know, because today we're doing a food drop. We have a truck full of food that we're going to give over to you guys.
Correct.
Because we know that there's a huge need right now. Can you tell us more about that need?
Well, obviously, going into the holiday season, there's always an increased need. And then, obviously, there's a whole different phenomenon going on with the pandemic, and
Right.
people who really have never even needed so much holiday assistance. It's just they need assistance. And then a lot of our people who are usually giving assistance are not able to do so in the traditional ways because of COVID. So it's really a snowball effect that is leaving a lot of people in need.
Yeah, and if you guys know, we've been on Instagram for the last few days. Over the weekend, we had our Off the Roof 24-hour food bank marathon that was really to benefit Second Harvest here in the Triad area. And then, of course, we launched our new webpage, giving.omegasports, which will also cover all of the food banks in all of the Omega Sports areas. But over the weekend, we had runners running for 24 hours, 12
Crazy.
hours on Saturday,
Crazy.
12 hours on Sunday. And the reason that we did that is we wanted to make sure that people know that during the holidays, it's important to stay moving, right? To keep that
Exactly.
wellness up. And then more importantly, it was to move more to help neighbors in need. And Reedy, we had so many people drive by on Battleground Avenue in Greensboro seeing all the commotion that we were creating, and they actually got to stop in and check out what was going on. And
Awesome.
a lot of them already knew about what was going on with the food bank. So credit to you and your team to really get the word out there that folks need to move more to help their neighbors.
Well, again, that's sort of the weird place where we are now, is that it's sad that it's such a horrible problem that we have in our community and nationwide. But at the same time, we have great media partners and great awareness. We have great partner agencies that are very dialed into their communities and the community's needs. So it's just a huge collective, and we're happy to have support people like New Balance and Omega Sports that also are happy to are generous and support us all the time.
Absolutely, and we've got to give kudos to Greensboro, because Greensboro showed up for us. Not only did the Greensboro runners show up for us, they posted it on Instagram, they shared it, and then we, of course, all of our customers came in. They not only gave they brought food in, they also gave some cash donations. So we're going to go ahead and do our first food drop with you today.
Awesome.
To get it right there into the center here that's in Winston-Salem, where you guys are headquartered.
We are.
And then just for everyone to know, what do you cover here in the Triad?
So we are technically Second Harvest Food Bank of Northwest North Carolina. We cover 18 counties, so basically from Boone to Burlington. Awesome. Even though we're headquartered here, our biggest distribution area is actually Greensboro, and we are in the process of opening a satellite over there, which is a distribution and nutrition center over there. So we will have an actual physical presence in Greensboro.
Fantastic.
Sooner rather than later, which is great. It's huge. We've been wanting to do that for a long time. But yeah, we have over 470 partner agencies, again, in this 18 county area.
Yeah, I think that's important, the partner agencies, because if you are going to a local food drive, if it does benefit Second Harvest, Northwest Carolina, that doesn't mean that it's just 100% staying in one area. You guys are really helping kind of feed those other partners that are out there. So it could be church groups, it could be ministries, it could be all these different groups that are in need because they have a close connection to the end user, which is that neighbor that needs that food.
Correct. Yes, we can buy more food, we get more food because of our corporate partnerships, our buying power. But when it comes to getting the food in hands of people who need it, that's where we rely on our partner agencies and the people doing that work.
Yeah. Well, the good news is the fun is going to continue. This weekend, we've got a big store-wide, all through North Carolina food drive. So when you go to Omega Sports this weekend, you're going to actually have an opportunity to bring food as well. We've got a great deal happening, so of course you're going to be shopping this weekend. We want to make sure that you, again, move more to help your neighbors in need. It is Move Movember. All you have to do is bring some food in. We'll delight you. We'll high-five you or elbow you or whatever you'd like to make sure that we show you some appreciation for helping your neighbors in need. Reedy, I thank you for your day today. We've got some food to load up into your truck. And of course, guys, continue to keep going to giving.omegasports.com. You'll see all the great photos from the weekend, all the videos from the weekend, and you'll be connected to a local food bank in your area. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
All right, well, I want to thank Reedy Minch from the Second Harvest Food Bank in Northwest North Carolina. She was super helpful for us in planning and getting ready for this wonderful event. So I want to thank her for her time. We're going to have more donations that we're going to work with that particular food bank, and then of course all the food banks in all of the communities that we serve here in North Carolina. And just FYI, I think Reedy is probably my new best friend, so you'll be seeing a lot of her. And then I definitely want to remind everyone, store-wide, in all of our stores, we will have donation boxes in the stores, and you can go to our giving.omegasports.com to learn more about all the things that we did last weekend and what we're going to be doing for the rest of the month. And just a quick reminder, if you are, since this is Move Movember and we are partnered with New Balance, Omega Sports is going to donate a portion of the proceeds of the sales that come from our New Balance sales to local area food banks. So definitely get into those stores, try on those shoes. If you do make a purchase, just know that you're going to be helping out a neighbor in need because you're going to be moving more to help them. All right. And speaking of moving more and Move Movember, let's go ahead and bring in our New Balance Trackster superstar, Instagram takeover host, Kate Freiheit, who is going to take us through this weekend's New Balance Move Movember exercise drop.
Hey Omega Sports, it's Kate, the New Balance Trackster for the Carolinas, back for workout number 3 for Move Movember. For this one, I'll be rocking my Fresh Foam Beacon version 3s, and we will be doing some upper body work. And we'll be doing 10 reps of each exercise, and I recommend doing 2 to 3 sets, whatever is most challenging for you. The only equipment that you'll need is some dumbbells, whatever you are most comfortable with weight-wise. And I recommend doing 2 to 3 sets depending on what is going to challenge you the most. So let's go get after it. First exercise that we'll be doing is bent over rows. And so you're just going to have a slight bend at the hips. You can have your knees bent a little bit, arms out in front of you, and you're just going to pull back, really feeling that pinch, pushing your elbows together. All right, next up we'll do 10 push-ups. Next up, we just have a straight arm. You're just gonna be lifting it forward 10 times. Next exercise, we'll just be doing a simple curl. So you're gonna have your elbows kind of resting at your side. You're just gonna lift up. All right, next exercise, you're gonna have your hands down at your side, keeping a straight arm, and just bring your arms up 10 times. Last but not least, you'll need to find yourself a bench somewhere where you can do 10 dips, and you're just bending at the elbow.
All right. Well, once again, we are joined by our friends over at CoreLife Eatery in Greensboro, Maryland, Reminopolis. Hello again. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
And then, of course, you got a chance, Marilyn, to watch Kate Freiheit, our New Balance trackster, who not only dropped a really, really great workout, but she was hosting our Instagram takeover / marathon for 3 days straight over on our Instagram channel, where we got a lot of the New Balance folks, and we got a chance to see our Actively experts talk about some of the great fresh foam running shoe models, which of course earlier in the show today we also mentioned that you're going to be walking away with, or running with a new pair of 1080 V10s.
That's awesome. I'm very, very thankful for that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's Move Movember. So we are encouraging people to move, and then of course move more to help neighbors in need. But I also think when we talk about wellness, you know, this is why I love having Marilyn on the show, or having you on the show, Marilyn, and especially CoreLife Eatery, their outlook, their mission. Let's talk once again about the mission of CoreLife Eatery.
Yeah, well, the mission is, you know, like I kind of said earlier, we make clean, healthy, scratch-made food. Every single day we're prepping our food. And the mission is really to make that food accessible to people. So a lot of times people are going to be opting for fast food because it's quicker, it's easier. And so the mission of CoreLife, the founders of CoreLife, you know, saw that, and they said, we need to create something that is accessible, that's quick, that's easy for people, but it's clean, it's healthy, and it's actually nourishing to their bodies. So that's really the mission of CoreLife, is to bring that to, you know, as many communities across America as possible.
Yep, and we're obviously really lucky in Greensboro to have the Greminopolis family here, bringing this, you know, this sensibility to our community. and this kind of thought leadership, I would say, to our community. You mentioned fast food and people needing to just get things fast. I have to say, if folks go back into our Instagram or if they check out our Saturday.omegasports.com and find the interview that we did with you guys, I had a chance to take our friend Stephanie from Rise and Flow over CoreLife Eatery, and I was blown away at how fast it really is. I mean, it's really great food that I can't believe you guys are making from scratch. And it's also very helpful. Your staff is very helpful. They kind of walk you through what the options are. I got not just a fantastic bowl, but I had to try out one of your tacos as well.
Yeah.
Great, delicious, scratch made tacos that I saw someone ahead of me in the line making. And I thought, well, should I order it? Because it might take a little longer. And it was super fast.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a big thing about our concept, is that we really want to make sure that customers and our guests get through quickly. We know, especially where we're at in Greensboro, it's a much larger lunch crowd. It's a lot of people coming for their lunch breaks, Cone Health workers coming for lunch breaks. So we really just want to make sure that we're properly serving them, but getting them through as quick as possible too.
Yeah, and I have to say, it was very busy. I was delighted to see how busy it was, but I think I was even more impressed with all of the safety that you guys have in place. I mean, not only were the guests required, they're coming in, they're doing all the right things, wearing masks, but we were distancing correctly. I have to give it up to your staff. I mean, they were back there. I mean, I think I saw flames, I saw steam, I saw all kinds of hot cooking action happening, and they're still mask. And I couldn't see their smiles, but I promise you I heard it in their voice and saw it in their eyes.
Yeah. It's been a journey during this pandemic. But we really wanted to make sure that we have proper safety measures in place for our guests so that everyone can really enjoy still, eating out, but in a safe way. So we have the plexiglass up to make sure that there's more of a barrier. Everyone is required to wear masks, to stand 6 feet apart. We have sanitizer stations. We're constantly going out into the dining room every 30 minutes or earlier to sanitize tables, major customer touch points, things like that.
Yeah, and I think the customers you can always tell when customers are confident, right? They not only came in to order, but they didn't just take it with them. Of course, you have a lunch crowd that quickly picks up and goes, which again, you guys are phenomenal in the pick up and go category, call ahead, pick up and go, or even the curbside business that you do. But people felt really comfortable. I saw people really enjoying. It was really nice to see people out in your beautiful patio, that people were enjoying fresh air and fresh food.
Yeah, definitely. So we are loving that people are still wanting to dine in, and just enjoy company with whoever they're with as well. And like you said, we do have that online option. So you can download our app or order through our website. We have pickup, curbside, or delivery options for people. So we're just making it as easy as possible for people to get this type of food.
Right. Well, of course, we're all gearing up for the holidays. So the Grandmonopolists as well, I'm sure, have some major plans for the holidays as well. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Well, and I think what I love about what we can hopefully help people with is that, sometimes we overindulge a little bit during the holidays, and I'm pointing at myself. There's a time where we're like, we're going to break every record. I'm going to have every pie possible, and we try to enjoy ourselves with, and let's face it, sometimes that comfort is rewarding, especially after a stressful year. But I think I'd like to go on the other side of that, because what always happens to me is I have like turkey hangover, I have pie hangover, and I literally need to like jolt my body back into cleaner, healthier eating. And I'd love to just have you make some suggestions on if there's a CoreLife obviously if you're in Greensboro, or a CoreLife in an area near you, or even just how to think through how to eat cleaner. I think that would be very helpful for some of these folks like myself who want to stay active and want to move more, but I will move right up into that table and put that extra gravy on.
And especially having leftovers, right? Yeah. Eating for like a week after. So
if I have leftovers.
You don't have leftovers? Yeah. So especially for someone like myself, if I am in that kind of overindulge a little bit during the holidays. I love to One thing that I love from what we have at CoreLife is our broth. And so if I feel like I just kind of need a boost, I always opt for a broth bowl or just sipping on some bone broth. So broth is really, really good for you. I am not a nutritionist in any way, but bone broth is really good for you. So something like our chicken tortilla chipotle broth bowl, the chicken broth, we actually slow simmer it overnight. So it's really getting all the nutrients and minerals, vitamins from all the vegetables in the broth and from the bones as well. But bone broth is really good for your health and digestion, for your gut health. So especially if you just kind of need to cleanse your body after the holidays, just really go for some of that broth. And it's really great for immunity boosting, to reduce inflammation. So especially going into the colder months, if you're feeling a little under the weather, it's really great to kind of help you with that as well. So that's one thing that I would definitely recommend, is our broth bowls.
Yeah, I like where you said that, there's some boosting opportunities, because as we do get into the colder months, I love the fact that a lot of us know that food is fuel, right? We need it to fuel the things that we want to do. But when we actually empower, if we can create a menu, or, go find a menu that empowers us to be even healthier, to kind of fight against the elements, to fight against what our body would naturally either start to shut down a little bit more or need that extra energy to do, really, the experts because I know your company, the experts in the highest levels of nutrition really put a lot of effort into these menus that are designed to be both delicious but fortifying as well. I think that's the word I'm looking for. It's fortify.
Yes, definitely. And I think a big thing with that is preventative measures. So if you're eating a certain way, or, using or drinking like a bone broth for immunity boosting and things like that, you're trying to prevent something further from happening, disease from happening, sickness from happening, right? So making sure that we do eat that clean food, that's really boosting to our bodies, that's fueling our bodies to maximize what our bodies really can do.
Yeah, I'm new to the bone broth, vibe. I thought broth was broth, but taste wise, it's technically broth, but it's fortified because you're actually taking all the goodness of the particular where that broth is coming from. So in this case, it's chicken, right? You're getting all the extra nutrients that you may have been lacking in maybe just grandma's old broth. You never know.
Right.
So I definitely love the fact that you guys offer those solutions for folks. And, I know in my own family, we have a mixture of folks. We have folks that are very, very particular, and particular is probably a tough word, very careful about some of the things that they like to eat. So why not kind of, divvy up, kind of those Southern favorites that we all love here in North Carolina, along with some healthier dishes as well. And of course, you mentioned curbside pickup, call ahead, pick up those dishes and bring them over to that Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah. And we do catering as well. So we kind of have our curated bowls, or our preset bowls, if you will, but they're just maximized to feed more people. So that's what our catering program is too. So we have some of our very popular warm rice bowls you can buy in bulk sizes, essentially. So if you just want to cook turkey, we could do the rest for you. So
yeah. And it's delicious. I mean, people sometimes make assumptions on healthy food. And I would just say, just scratch that. Just know that it's made well. It's made from scratch. It's got all the nutrients that you are going to miss out of most meals. And it's going to be super delicious and full of flavor. I mean, imagine what happens when you actually don't have tons of preservatives, don't have, all these artificial flavors, and really get to the root of a flavor. That's what you guys are able to do. And I felt that, or I tasted that, I should say, when I had a chance to, indulge a little bit at CoreLife Eatery in Greensboro.
Yeah, I think a big thing from that is our dressings. So we make all of our dressings from scratch in-house. And so we have unique dressings, like a carrot chili vinaigrette where we actually juice our carrots to make it the consistency and the flavor that it needs to be. We have a lime cilantro jalapeno vinaigrette, and you really taste all of those ingredients. You taste the lime, you taste the cilantro, you taste the jalapeno in it, and it goes so well with the bowls and with certain ingredients. So, the founders of CoreLife who were creating the menu really focused on making sure that certain ingredients and flavor profiles go well together so that it is a tasty meal in the end.
Yeah, I will tell you, there's a couple of those dressings we tried, and it has some kick to it. We enjoyed them.
They do, for sure.
Yeah. Well, so again, this is Move Movember. Part of what we want to do is help folks, continuously stay well, especially during these colder months that are ahead. Soon, I think they're coming. I don't know. It keeps changing. But definitely, I love the idea that there are some great locations where you can get fortified with good food that is meaningful, meaning that you guys have thought through all the nutritional values, you've thought through the flavor profiles, and that you guys are a huge source for our community to help us eat cleaner and to, have some fun over the holidays, and then to figure out how to kind of right set your diet, or right set just your outlook, because again, you're just fortifying yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So I want to give people an opportunity to follow you. So Marilyn, where can they follow you on Instagram?
So we're at CoreLife Eatery Greensboro on Instagram. Facebook, you can find us, just search CoreLife Eatery Greensboro. And then you can go to our website, www.corelifeeatery.com. Yeah.
And if you do happen to go onto the Instagram page, I promise you're going to want to order, because for all foodies that are out there, their food bowl, their bowls, their photography, everything is going to make you just want to jump right into that page. So definitely follow them. There's a great family, the Grimonopolises, that are behind bringing that neighborhood, that neighborship to the Greensboro market, and soon maybe other markets. I know you guys are in the works on some other things. Really, it's a family environment there, and I invite folks to feel safe to go to CoreLife Eatery in any market in your community.
Yeah, thank you so much. We love our community. We love being in Greensboro. We just celebrated 2 years of being open, and our guests and Greensboro itself has really adopted what we do here. So we're just so thankful to be a part of it.
Well, fantastic. Well, I'm going to go ahead after we're done with the show, get your shoe size, because I'm not going to ask it. I've learned the lesson. I'm not going to ask it live on the show. So I'll get your shoe size, and we'll put you over a Fresh Foam 1080 V10, and then we'll have you back, and maybe I'm in the eatery with you. And we talk about how fantastic you feel after being in those Fresh Foams.
Yes, I can't wait.
All right, well, get those bowls and tacos ready when I get there, so that I can go ahead and indulge in some good, fortifying, nutritional food.
Oh, I will. Don't worry.
All right. Well, Marilyn, to you and your family and to all your team members, thanks for being great partners. Thanks for growing a greater neighborship with us in the Greensboro community. You guys have a great Thanksgiving. I hope you guys stay safe and enjoy.
Thank you so much, and have a happy Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. All right. Well, of course, just to reiterate, we love our friends over at CoreLife Eatery in Greensboro. It's really a family environment. They are growing that neighborship in our Greensboro market. And then, of course, there are, CoreLife Eateries in other markets that we're in. So definitely check them out at corelife.com, or if you want to follow CoreLife Eatery in Greensboro. Again, those are our friends over there. So if you're following us, we'd love for you to follow them. It is at CoreLife Eatery Greensboro. That's at CoreLife Eatery Greensboro, and you can see the Grimonopolises and all the fantastic experts and fun folks that they have over at the Greensboro location. It's been a great day. Definitely make sure that you go on to our Instagram. We're going to go ahead and republish the workout today with our New Balance Trackster Kate. We're going to also announce a fantastic contest. Once again, we're going to go ahead and give away another great Fresh Foam shoe. So make sure you check that out. So at noon-ish, I should say, we're going to go ahead and launch the workout with contest so that you guys can move more to win some fantastic running shoes from courtesy of New Balance, and of course to do that workout and share that workout with some friends. You guys have a great day. Keep moving, keep giving. Remember, our stores are open and they are collecting food donations for our local area food banks. And you can always go to giving.omegasports.com, where we've got a lot of pictures and a lot of videos from all the fun that we had this last weekend, and then to learn how to continue to give to your community. You guys have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.